So I'm going to quickly show you what I purchased from the shop. I go shopping every 2 to 3 days. I'm not that type of person that bulk buys like veg for a week and eats it after 6 days. Like, I can't do that. I have to buy fresh veg every other day, if that makes it. Well, they call it fresh veg. Fresh veg. But you know, it's probably been sitting in the stores for a fucking couple of months now in the supermarkets. Gonna start with the protein sources. So egg whites are gonna be a part of the diet. Like, my fats are my fats are 40 grams on a training day, so relatively low. Going for liquid egg whites, you could probably easily buy these cheaper online, but these are like the 2 chick ones, which will tie me over before I do purchase some. Gonna have that like with an omelette or something like that, or just a scrambled egg side of things. These are the taste of difference from Sainsbury's. These are the 3% or less than 3% skinny burgers, British beef burgers. Per burger is 20 grams of protein, 1.9 grams of fat, 2.9 grams of carb. We've got ourselves about 40 grams of protein with 2 of these. They only cost me £2 as well. They're on offer for £2, which is quite good, I think. What I get 2 of those. You can get them from Sainsbury's if I don't give a fuck. Pretty good. And also I've got my standard chicken breast as well. The other protein sources I am going to use is probably just the whey isolate at the moment. Those are probably the main proteins. Oh yeah. Forgot about the whole eggs. Now I go for the more expensive eggs now. Like, these are like £2 for 6, which is really expensive compared to the other eggs. But when you crack open these eggs, the yolk is just orange. Really, really good. They taste better. I bet my money on it, the nutritional side of things way better as well. So going for the more expensive eggs, these are the ones which I do use currently. Very, very good. Baked beans, you want to class that as a whole protein, I guess. So got my reduced sugar or no added sugar baked beans, which I use. I will probably use a lot on my rest days. Have that with eggs. Beans and eggs go well in the morning with some sort of vegetable. Carbohydrate wise, I've got my cereal using the Rice Krispies standard. I've also got cream of rice, which I'm going to be using, and I've also got these Uncle Ben's spicy Mexican rices, which are very, very good. I've been so used to using long grain rice, basmati rice, but since doing that, since changing to these, unbelievable. Fruit wise, actually, yeah, that's a lot. I've got my frozen blueberries. Let me show you quickly. These in the old freezer. Got my frozen blueberries in there. Prefer frozen all day long compared to the usual. And other fruit that I'm going to be using are apples. I quite like apples as well. Vegetable wise, we're going to go for these little microwave packets of like tender beans, tender stem broccoli and baby corn. Got a few packets of those, which I'm going to have with some of my zero carb meals, if you would like to call it that. Got some tender stem broccoli as well. I really like tender stem broccoli. It's got a nice crunch to it. And seasoning wise, we've gone with the paprika. And ground cumin. So when I do make my scrambled egg and things like that, we're gonna combine cumin, paprika together, and it just tastes unreal. Milk wise, I've always stayed away from like whole milks, things like that. It just gives me the fucking shit all the time. But we've gone for the almond unsweetened milk. Just digests very well, and I just don't have fucking terrible diarrhea. I think that is pretty much it. That will last me like 2 to 3 days, and I will repeat that. So roughly on a weekly basis, I probably spend about £60 on food right now. That's me being honest with you. So I'll probably do this twice a week. It cost me £30, so I'll probably do this twice a week, knowing me. I hope that kind of helps. Everyone loves to know what you fucking eat, and I'm thinking, just eat foods that you like, man. But just be in a surplus or be in a deficit depending on your goal. I'm a very basic man with my food. I don't overcomplicate it at all. It's just how I do things, you know. I don't want to make my food look fancy. I just want to get it down the fucking hatch. Good morning, young warriors. Just got a podcast on, just making my meal number 1. Game changers for your chicken. Cumin, if that ever focuses, it's not gonna focus, is it? And smoked paprika, you can probably see that, on top of your chicken. Beautiful. Mrs. always told me that with your chicken, let it cook in the fat because it will make it taste better. Now that is a lot of fucking water from a bit of chicken. Ever since I've done it, hangers, bruv. So I'm gonna do a little hair transformation. I don't know what haircut I'm gonna get yet. I'm gonna do a little transformation in 3, 2, 1. I feel like a new man. And my hairline's actually alright. Let us know what you think in the comments. I used to be obsessed with my hair when I was younger. Like when I was 16, 17, 18, always used to wear a hat. If you follow me, OG subscribers will know, I used to wear a hat all the time because I had shit hair and I couldn't be bothered. Bad hair day, shove on a hat. Now I'm in a position where I'm 23. I don't give a fuck about my hair. I really don't. Just hair in it. So let us know what you think. I actually think I should suit it. I wish I did this ages ago now, but yeah, it feels fresh, I feel good, and I've got a smile on my face.
This is the Multivitamin Pack I use from Supplement Man. Comes with 2 tablets. So one is for your vitamins, these ones here, and the blue ones are for your mineral, and also take a vitamin D3 in the morning as well. This is, I think, 3,000 IUs, so it's not the strongest I've ever taken, but from Apply Nutrition right now, as you can see, it's better than nothing with the fucking sun not being out right now. It's just bare windy, bruv, at the moment. I've not seen wind like this ever in my life. I remember when I was younger, I had to go to the doctors to get spot tablets because I had really bad acne on my face. They gave me tablets and I couldn't swallow the tablets, so I had to practice with Skittles or M&M. Now, like, just tablets, I just throw it in my gob. Oh, that one didn't go down. I hate that. Fucking butter. It starts like dissolving on your tongue. Dissolving on your tongue. Butters. Give me a handful of tablets, I'll just neck it now, no problem. But when I was younger, I had to fucking use like M&Ms and try and swallow it, and it just wouldn't work. I just end up picking it out and just be like slobbering, watery fucking Skittle M&M. So we're gonna do a little flashback to yesterday's session where I did something slightly different to what I usually would do. So take a fucking look, you bunch of fucking cunts. Shouldn't have said that, but I've just said it, and I'm gonna keep it in because it's more editing, isn't it? So yesterday I trained push with Nathan. You've probably seen in my previous video. And usually during my lockdown anyway, I don't train push or anything like that. I do upper lower split. So I was a little bit, what do I do within this session today? I was quite unsure what to do, whether I take a rest day, whether I train, like pull. But then I was thinking, in reality, like I haven't got enough kit to have a good pull session. I'll be just doing rows and pull downs, nothing crazy. So then I decided to combine legs and pull together. So today I'm gonna stiff leg, I'm gonna do like some squats, and then I'm gonna do some rowing, pull down. So just a combination between the two. I haven't done this since before lockdown, so it's gonna be interesting to see how I do this at home. I've kind of got a good idea of how I'm gonna program it. I'm just gonna take you through the session as always. Just trying to make some progress, man. What's being at home? Like, no fucking excuses. See so many people are, I can't do this, like I'm bored of training at home, I'm demotivated. Fucking sort it out, buy yourself some kit. Maybe a bit too late now, but still, you should have bought yourself some kit 12 weeks ago, mate, you know, when we was in lockdown. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna be that fucking average cunt that fucking sits there and doesn't make any progress. I'm that one who's gonna make progress for sure, and it's gonna show, hands down. So let's fucking do it. You might be wondering why I'm wearing knee sleeves around my shins and ankles. Reason because this fucking padding on here rubs, which is really annoying. It's just aggravating. You know, when you're doing a set, you feel something just rubbing against your leg. It just feels grim. So please don't call me a pussy in the comment section, because guess what? I get better pussy than you. So. So stiff leg top set was superb. Just the best I've ever pulled off the floor actually with a stiff leg. It's my favourite out of the whole entire three, because with the conventional deadlift, when I fatigue, I actually struggle to get back into that first position, that initial start off position of a deadlift. Whereas with stiff legs, I just always remember to keep my hips back, high, and all I simply need to do is just drive from my hamstrings and pull. And I haven't broken down during that yet anyway. So if I'm honest with you, play around with the RDL, conventional deadlift, stiff leg deadlift, and find what works best for you, because I've always thought, conventional deadlift all the way. And this is the first time during lockdown I've ever done stiff legs, and it's probably the best thing I've ever done. So happy with that, happy with my top set, 160 for 7, 162 pounds at the moment. Don't know if you can hear that, but everyone up the street is clapping. It's the NHS's birthday today, so apparently you're meant to clap. I can't squat in front of the whole fucking street. I'm gonna wait for this to be done.
Final big movement, I'm gonna do walking lunges down there. Gonna do 70 kilos, so that's gonna be a big jump to what I'm used to. I think I'm used to doing 60 kilos, and I normally would do 2 sets, but I'm only gonna do 1 all-out set because, like I said, I've still got pull to train, so I've still got to do rows and other little bits and bobs, and I've already trained legs like 2-3 days ago, so not gonna do too much. And like I said, volume is just gonna be a baseline. So we're gonna see how this goes. I'm not really sure how well I'm gonna perform this, but fingers crossed I don't fall over and kill myself, because I'm surprised I haven't killed myself during this lockdown anyway, with the training that I've been doing. I'm blowing out my fucking trolley, I tell ya. It's very windy, so windy today. And when I was walking up there, fucking wind, I was just going against the wind. Fucking on the way back, the wind was just pushing me. I felt like I was gonna tilt forward, crack my head open. Oh my god. I feel like I'm gonna fucking die. Fuck.
Let me stick to that evil shit, yo. Lost it, they say I be moving. Schizo, might let it off in the dance in a disco. Wrist don't phase me, so maybe I'll get 'em out.
Most of them must have picked it, trust me, the scoreboard's looking all different. Expanding the box, get banned, give me the drop outside.
You want you be meeting a medic? We could trade shots, they know I don't mind, but I'm still trying to buy it.
On backs, verbal, this beef on sack. It's more than blows and rhyme. Let it bang for my bro D5. I won't think twice, cause that's my slime. I won't think twice, cause
Didn't get it true. That we deaf for one, like them and Jordan fell.
Finishing off this workout with some leg extensions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some decent resistance bands so I can actually connect this, because the resistance profile on this isn't the greatest, and definitely a band would help. I have these bands, but I don't know if anyone's actually used these bands on that particular leg extension. If you have, please message me or let me know down below. But I don't think these bands are going to be good enough. They're not. They're fucking shit, in all honesty. Definitely going to purchase some new bands for this leg extension, because just doesn't feel the greatest on some areas of it. Just finished a podcast with AJ Morris. As many of you probably should already know who AJ is. He's 15 weeks out from his first show of the 2020 season, and we just did a little catch up, spoke about where I'm currently at, where he's currently at, answered some questions, had a good laugh. So if you're interested in watching podcasts and things like that, then I'll link it down below. You can also watch it on the, well, I keep saying watch it, I've done this twice now and I keep saying watch it. You're gonna listen to it on the podcast app is what I'm trying to say. I don't know what is wrong with me. I really don't know what is wrong with me. I've been doing this shit for nearly 4 years and I still can't fucking speak to a camera. Sort it out. I'm looking at myself right now. Sort it fucking out. Sorry about that. Just level-headed now. Just after that got, I don't know, just get very angry with myself. Quite negative. In a way that keeps me motivated to keep going. Like I've just always been, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I touched my head there. It feels weird. Normally I'm used to feeling more hair, but obviously now I've got pretty much no hair. It's quite extreme. I've gone for last year. This time last year I had a top knot. Now I'm fucking skinhead pretty much. Look like a bit of a meathead. I was gonna say meat man then, not the. Can you see my issue? I don't get, because is there like a psychologist that can tell me what's going on in my brain to cause this to come out? Because I don't know, it's just, that's pretty much what it feels like. Right, I'm gonna end this video here because I'm just gonna piss myself off even more. Comment down below apple if you've watched the whole thing. Pink Lady apples are the best apples, full stop. I hope that you've enjoyed this lockdown content. And if there's anything you guys want to see, then please, of course, let me know, because I mean, it's difficult sometimes with YouTube. You do run out of ideas, and like my YouTube goes through spells of where it starts to pick up. I gain more followers, I gain more views, and then I go through a spell like right now where my views are lower, and it's really quite annoying. And if I compare to where I was last year to this year, like I'm always one for looking for constant progress, and I've noticed that this year I'm not making much progress in terms of views going up. So I need to stop worrying too much about it for starters, and I also need to just find other ways of kind of making good content for people to keep engaged. But
yeah, I do worry about it, because I eventually want to try and take this YouTube journey full time, and right now I've got no chance in hell in doing that anytime soon. And I don't know, I'm not waiting for that lucky breakthrough, because it's not going to happen, but I just want to try and be consistent, upload and showcase. I don't know where I'm going with that, but you kind of get the hint. I've waffled for 1 minute 15 there about that. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Hope you've got something from it at least. Have a good day, and I shall speak to you soon. Lots of love.
Man, I'm burning up. I only smoke weed when I'm turning up. Need to watch out for these scummy cunts. I don't need any friends, I got Monica. Monica's tall and she's sharp, and I used to let her rest in the park when it's dark. Cause the way the game goes, man, the way the game goes, gotta watch out for your